What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, and Carl the Cobra Froch. Get this. According to Carl Froch gives his prediction on who he feels will be victorious the night that the two undisputed champions step inside the ring. Then this is what he had to say. He said, "I like the older, wiser Terence Crawford. Errol Spence is a fantastic talent, a great fighter. Crawford is as well. But he's just a bit older and a bit wiser, and when he needs to, he can step it up a level. He's a bit similar to Alexander Usyk in the heavyweights. If he has a bad round, he then just steps on the gas. I think Crawford has that slight extra gear, and that is what makes him special." So I'd say Crawford beats Spence, but it really is a 51-49% fight. Nothing in it. It's one I'm really looking forward to. Now, let me counterpunch. I think with Carl Froch does a lot of things calculated and a bit biased, okay? I think he has vested interest in Terence Crawford, not because he's American, because they're both American, is because he can find similarities, parallels with Terence Crawford. And how do I mean? Well, it's simple. See, Terence Crawford is 2 years older than Errol Spence, okay? Whereas Carl Froch is 2 years older than the undefeated at the time, Jermaine Taylor, okay? And when he fought him, he knew that he was the underdog, but he also knew he had more experience. Even though Jermaine Franklin was in with a tough fight with Bernard Hopkins, but this is Bernard Hopkins past his prime, and he was just really good from where he was at. So Carl Froch, I think, is viewing Terence Crawford to defeat Errol Spence the way he defeated Jermaine Taylor. And he knows that extra is what you need based on what you still have. I think that, if anything, we should see a hell of a fight anyway. But I think Carl Froch is really picking Terence Crawford because he sees, even though he compared Terence Crawford to Alexander Usyk, I think Carl Froch is comparing Terence Crawford to himself. Okay? I think that's the reason. I think, everything he says I agree with, but I think always with Carl Froch, he can find parallels with who he is comparing himself to, like he does with Joshua, like he does with a lot of opponents that he compares himself to. And I think he's comparing Terence Crawford to himself. But he gave props to both. Nonetheless, you guys tell me what you think about Carl Froch's prediction of Terence Crawford and Errol the True Spence. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!